The Early Edition with Gary Barnes on Kelowna's home for news, talk, sports, AM 1150.
Good morning. We have seen the images and the headlines about the mass shooting at Bondi Beach in Australia last Sunday that targeted the Jewish community during Hanukkah celebrations. The event left 15 people dead, 42 injured. The attack was shocking, chaotic, deeply unsettling. We are going to tell you the story of David Spevakow, president of the Okanagan Jewish community, and his son Jordan. Jordan moved to Australia in January to live and work, and he was at Bondi Beach on Sunday when the shooting began. I spoke to both of them yesterday. Here is that conversation. Jordan, can you describe what you saw, what you felt, how you found safety during that shooting?
Yeah, so basically I wasn't even there for the event, but was walking right by the Hanukkah party when the shooting broke out.
Mm-hmm.
At the first, thought it was fireworks, but then quickly realized that there was a lot of panic going on. People started to run. There was people falling over. We quickly kind of jumped off of the boardwalk at Bondi Beach and hid behind this sea wall that was kind of right against the beach. And yeah, you could hear the shots firing, and you could actually hear the bullets kind of whizzing over top of the seawall.
Wow.
And yeah, at the moment I was there with my mate, and we had no idea really what was going on, but we ended up just moving as far away from the shooting as possible, but just staying along that seawall on the beach. But yeah, it was definitely very mixed emotions throughout. In the moment, I didn't really feel like it was real at the time. And yeah, quickly realized that, yeah, this was going to have a large impact on many people's lives, and that this was actually happening.
Yeah. Obviously traumatic. And once, I guess, the shooting stopped and you and your friend realized what happened, what were your thoughts? What was going through your head at that point?
Yeah, I just couldn't believe anything was real. We ended up walking back to kind of see what was going on over at the main area where the shooting event happened. And yeah, there was just a lot of stuff that you can't really unsee. And yeah, I really just the main thoughts were just, there's no way this is real. And that's the best way of putting it. And it was also just the thought of actually knowing that could have died really kind of sunk in after the fact. But in the moment, your brain is in full survival mode, just trying to get out of the situation. And then it was really only after, when you could see kind of what happened, that you're like, oh, wow, this was real. I could have died.
In trying to process that as well after seeing the full scope of what happened.
Exactly. Yeah.
David, for you, your initial thoughts as a father and as a community leader here in Kelowna, your initial thoughts upon hearing the news.
Yes. Ironically, we were on our way home from KGH. My daughter was getting some precautionary x-rays done from car accident. She was just in, and we were in the car, grateful that she was healthy and okay and just needed some Tylenol. And it was about midnight when Jordan called, and in tears and very scared on the phone, and sharing that he was just in a terrorist attack. And I'm on my phone trying to see what's going on the Google, and nothing's coming up yet. So we were confused with the chaos kind of going through our mind of what just happened. And at that time, too, we didn't realize that it was an anti-Semitic attack against the Hanukkah party. Once that came into fruition, my heart broke for Jordan having to go through that. I know he was stopping to see the Hanukkah party and all excited to see some Jewish people and see the Hanukkah on the first day of Hanukkah, and then to have that become a target just broke my heart. Then with our community, we had our Hanukkah event coming up the next day, as it was Saturday evening here when it was Sunday there, and I thought it was really important for our community to make sure we did get together still, so we continued on. We made sure we had our first lighting at the community hall at the synagogue, and then as well downtown, the Chabad Okanagan followed through and had their first, they lit the menorah downtown, and community leaders like Gavin Dew showed up, and they really spoke clearly and loudly on how much they support our community. So it was a harsh way to begin Hanukkah, but we gathered together, and we lit the first candle, and it's been great for the community to attend, come together, so solidarity and so strength, and show that hatred would not defeat us. It was good to get everyone there.
David, how has this event affected you? So close to home for you in many, many ways. How has this affected you?
It's been very tough. I mean, it's the world's a pressure cooker right now, and you think, you're kind of waiting for something to happen, and you assume it's going to happen on the other side of the world,
right.
And then you never think that when it does happen on the other side of the world that it's actually going to affect your home directly the way it did. I know there's some families that are dealing with their kids now that want to remove their Hanukkah decorations from the windows, and they don't want to be around Jewish gatherings or people, and we're just trying to strengthen those families to say, no, this is when you got to put more decorations in the window, make the fire on your candles brighter, and beam a light to show the world that we're not afraid, and we're here, and we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's that spirituality, it's that resilience. Jordan, for you as well, what impact has this had on you? You were there. You described what happened to us. What has been the impact on you over these last few days?
I must say, I do have a lot of gratefulness that did end up coming out okay. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely, I don't know how to describe the feeling that much, but just really assessing kind of what happened. The story plays in my brain each day, and it's kind of to be honest, words can't describe it, but I just feel very sorry for all the families that did end up losing people, and just all the people in general, because, it's Bondi Beach, and the beach was busy that day, and a lot of people experienced horrifying stuff, I just very unfortunate that so many innocent lives had to go through that.
That phone call that your dad described to us must have been very difficult, very emotional. How, though, have you and your dad supported each other now through this?
Both my parents, they've just made sure now just to keep good contact with me. We've always been really close in contact, even with me being on the other side of the world, but now it's kind of extra close, which is good in a time like this. It's definitely, there's been a lot of kind of random thoughts in and out of my head, so it's nice being able to just give them a call and chat. I really appreciate them being there, and my dad's support in all this.
That is Jordan Spevakow, who is caught up in the terror, the chaos of the Bondi Beach shooting on Sunday in Australia. We are talking with Jordan and his dad. You can hear how this has affected them, the both of them, what they've been through over the last few days, but also their resilience, their words of inspiration, and their caring for community, and how community has pulled together, and how that has supported them, and how they support their community as well. We'll be back with our conversation with Jordan and David after this.
AM 1150.
Good morning. We are back with our conversation with David and Jordan Spevakow. David is president of the Okanagan Jewish community. His son, Jordan, who moved to Australia early this year, was at Bondi Beach when two men opened fire on a Hanukkah celebration in a terrorist attack. We've heard Jordan describe the moment He said everything changed, the fear, the confusion, running for his life, that what was happening didn't seem real. We heard David talk about the moment when Jordan called him in tears, telling his father what had just happened. Here is the rest of our conversation with David and Jordan. Has this, Jordan, shaped your sense of safety or belonging in Australia at all?
Not necessarily. Mm-hmm. I would say, like I knew obviously there, anything can happen. I would think like the smallest chance of it happening in Australia, there's gun laws and you just never expect something like that to happen. I would say like I want to move out of Sydney in a way. But this could also be just from already experiencing Sydney for a while, and this is kind of an event that just closes the door on that chapter a little bit. But I wouldn't say, like Sydney, Australia, it's all still a very safe place, and I'm looking forward to coming back here in the future.
And David, for you, maybe some messages of hope or lessons for Jewish and non-Jewish communities out of this, something to share there?
I think like probably the greatest power in the world is not people shooting from a bridge. It's tradition, it's culture, it's our decision to love one another. Yes, there are anti-Semites everywhere. Yes, it is frightening, but something else is going on right now in every corner of the world, and that is families are getting together. Jewish families are lighting candles, and parents are telling their children that we believe in life. We believe in loving one another, and right now the OJC, we send that message to all our members and all our community friends to strength and love for one another, and don't let hatred define us.
Jordan, I wondered if you might have a message as well for young people that might be feeling afraid or uncertain. Is there something you could say to them?
I feel like I would just say that just live every moment. None of us know how long we're going to be on this planet for, so I feel like it's important that we live to the fullest. And I don't know, if you're a young person right now hesitating to make a decision or do something that will impact your life in a big way, change your life, I think it's important that you go and make that decision.
You spoke of the importance of having that you can reach out to your parents and your dad, and you can talk to them about this and through this. You mentioned that you had a friend that you were walking along the boardwalk there in Bondi. Do you have that support network there as well?
Yes, I'm. Obviously, I had my friend that was there with me that day. We were just going for a swim, so he saw everything that I saw. So it's kind of sucks to say, but I was happy that I went through that experience with someone, and someone knows all the feelings that I'm feeling. So it's definitely good having him there. And I'm living with a great group of guys, so we all kind of had that experience in a different way. They were all back at the house at the time of the shooting, so they were stressed out because we had just left the house to go for a swim. So we all have been kind of coping and helping each other throughout this process. So, it's been very good being able to talk about feelings and kind of move forward with the group of friends.
And David, is it difficult having Jordan so far away right now with Hanukkah at this time of the year? Or are you comforted knowing that he is safe and he does have those friends he can lean on?
No, absolutely. I didn't sleep much in all the first few nights, and I was questioning what I was even doing still in Kelowna and how I wasn't on a plane already in Sydney. It was like my bad parent for not being there already. But Jordan's got a social worker that he's able to speak to here who's been communicating with him, and her advice as well as my work assistance team advice was to stay put. He's going to work. He's has a support group there. He's doing well, and that's what we should do is just stay put and assist from afar as best we can. And he's such a great communicator. I'm so proud of him always being open with us through a life, and that's really made it really, I think, a much easier transition so far to communicate his feelings to us, to make sure that nothing's being bottled in and buried, and that's just such a healthy way to moving to the next step.
It is important that it's talked about, isn't it?
Yes.
And for David, for your wife and for your daughter and Jordan's sister, how are they?
Everyone's doing well. Everyone is, I think, just all really stressed that we aren't together, and it's just there's such a distance. And then when something like this happens, you realize what a distance there is. We're so grateful for FaceTime. The ability to have video conferencing has made a huge difference, and the ability to communicate so much easier than it was even a decade or 15 years ago. And then we've just had so much great support, not only my family, but just the community, the Okanagan Jewish community in general, so much great support from the greater community of Kelowna, so many outpouring of good wishes and calls and emails, and I can't express how much gratitude we have towards the entire community for reaching out to us and supporting us.
Jordan, I wanted to ask if there was anything else you'd like to add.
This time I think that's all from me. It's all still very fresh. But yeah, I just wanted to come and share a little bit of what I saw and kind of how I felt. And yeah, I wish everyone the best. Happy Hanukkah, and just to not be afraid in a time like this.
Jordan, David, thank you very much. I can't imagine. I'm a father as well. 1 second, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry about that. It's incredibly emotional. And thank you for sharing your story, because I think it needs to be heard. And as you both put it, we can overcome hate if we all stand together. Thank you both again for doing this.
Thank you very much, Gary, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone.
Thank you, Gary.